Thank you.
A couple of years from now, we're looking at an opportunity where we see the younger generation, and it flows with so many different young talent and different fighters. But one thing I predicted 3 years from now is a possible fight in Madison Square Garden, sold out crowd in the Mecca. We're not talking about the theater, meaning no disrespect.
Arena.
The big house.
Well, the Knicks play.
We're talking about a sold out fight with the young Puerto Rican star Xander Zayas, hopefully versus Evan Holyfield, Evander Holyfield's son.
That's a crazy
And I'd
matchup.
like the fight a few years from now. Why? Because I really like, not comparing, but looking at both young fighters. They are really growing into their own as fighters at their ages. And I just love what they're doing in the sport. They're doing it correctly. They're doing it the way it should be done. And they leave nothing out the ring. They go in the ring and they execute and they do their job the way the job should, the way we love it as fans, the way we love watching the fight. There's nothing fixed about it. These are great, young, talented athletes. But again, that's a great prediction, and I love to see it a couple of years from now.
That's a hell of a fight. You know,
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
Canelo Exposed by Bivol proudly presents some of the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of Canelo Exposed by Bivol subscribers. Now listen, man, we got a great young fighter fighting on the Triller card this weekend. I know a lot of the talk this weekend, a lot of the attention is going to be centered on Jermell Charlo and Castaño and on their undisputed fight, as it should be. But I wanted to take the time to talk about a young man that I've been familiar with for a long time, as far as, you know, seeing him in the boxing gym and following his career and his boxing journey. And that's the son of the real deal himself, the son of Evander Holyfield, young Holy, Evan Holyfield. You know, Evan Holyfield right now, he's a 9-0 prospect, really good fighter, you know, great combinations, fast hands, good pop in those punches. You know, just someone that really looks like someone to watch. And he's still in the very early stages of his career, but and so he's fighting on Triller this week. Check him out. He should win, because at this stage of your career, you don't normally fight like great fighters, right? Or nobody too good. So I think he'll go on there, do the business, and he'll continue to build some good hype around his name. But I wanted to kind of make a follow-up video to an interview that I did a couple months ago when I was out there in Tampa, Florida, or Plant City, Florida. I was talking to one of my colleagues in boxing, one of my elder statesmen in boxing, you know, the OG, Damon Gonzalez, been around for a long time, covered more fights than you can count. You know, he was covering fights when I was like a kid, pretty much. So I interviewed him, and I asked him, or no, I didn't ask him anything. We did a video because he told me that the next big fight in boxing that he believes is gonna happen, the next like mega fight in boxing is gonna be, you know, Xander Zayas versus Evan Holyfield, like 3 years from now. He's saying 3 to 4 years from now, the next big fight in boxing is going to be Xander Zayas versus Evan Holyfield at the Garden. Now, it is worth noting that they're both around they're in the same weight class. They're both at 154, and that would be an interesting fight because, you know, Evan Holyfield is someone with blistering fast combinations, really entertaining, very well spoken, and the same thing that I said about Evan Holyfield, you could also say to Xander. And then I believe if both those fighters, right, if Evan Holyfield and Xander Zayas both keep winning, looking good, looking spectacular, and they're both around the same weight in a couple of years, Dan might just be right. Because look at like Xander Zayas. Xander is he's looking at becoming the next Puerto Rican star in the sport. He's going to be the co-main event on Puerto Rican Day on the Puerto Rican Day parade in New York City at Madison Square Garden. So it don't really get much bigger than that. If you're a Puerto Rican fighter, once you start getting to the point where you're main eventing and co-main eventing, you know, fights at the Madison Square Garden on the Puerto Rican Day parade, you're going somewhere, or you've made it. And Edgar Berlanga, you know, obviously his career, he's winning, but he's not looking impressive. He's the main event on that card, but Xander's also there. So he's making blazing a hell of a trail for himself. And then you look at, you know, Evan Holyfield. The more he wins and the more spectacular he looks as he steps up in competition, you know, with his dad being who he was, people are going to naturally take a liking to him. So, you know, this could really be the next big fight in boxing. And I want to kind of make a follow-up video and get my 2 cents on it and throw it out there again, because I thought what Damon said was amazing, and it was an original thought, which I'm always a big fan of here in boxing. Original thoughts from people who know the sport, and that definitely applies to him. You know, but with Evan, right? I've known Evan Holyfield for a long time. Like I saw Evan in, like, the first time I met Evan was like 2016. He used to come by the Heavyweight Factory, a gym in South Florida where, you know, Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield used to work at. You know, Shannon Briggs trained there. So he came by before he had even won the Georgia Golden Gloves. So I've known Evan since before he even won the Georgia Golden Gloves. And even back then, if you guys go back and you watch some of the footage from back then, on this channel that I dropped back then on Evan Holyfield, like, he really looked the part as a young kid, and he's looked the part so far as a pro. And you know, we don't know what's gonna happen from now until he gets to, like, the contender, you know, world title stage. But I really do think he's got a bright future in the sport, along with Xander Zayas. And I hope Damon Gonzalez's prediction becomes right, because, man, like, these are 2 young prospects that I feel like, when it comes to how they conduct themselves as champions. They carry themselves in a very great manner, and these are also 2 young fighters that I think are really exciting to watch. Xander Zayas, the more he fights, the more he has that Felix Trinidad frame, you know, and the more Evan fights, the more he's starting to look leaner and meaner, kind of like his dad was when his dad was an amateur and when his dad fought a cruiserweight. Because Evan is not going to fight a heavyweight. I don't think he's going to fight a heavyweight. He doesn't have that kind of size on him, but he kind of has the size of the Evander Holyfield that fought in the Olympics and the Evander Holyfield that fought at cruiserweight. You know, very lean and mean and you know, just that. So yeah, with that being said and established, just wanted to throw that out there. Check out Evan Holyfield's fight this weekend on Triller, on the Kovalev Terrell Pulev undercard. And also, you know, let me know what you guys think. For those of you who have watched both prospects, who do you guys favor at their best in a potential matchup between Xander Zayas and Evan Holyfield? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.